If you're someone who is having a hard time socializing outside or basically just exploring your comfort zone, then don't worry, I feel you. Well, it's actually, I feel like everyone feels that. Yeah, but basically, what I'm trying to say is that nowadays, social anxiety has somewhat become more of an epidemic. It's just the fact that we often label um anxiousness as none other than shyness itself. When in reality, it's much more bigger than that, or bigger than the retrospective. Because you see, social anxiety is not just a simple concept. Social anxiety really takes a toll on a person's mind. It segregates them or segregates their own culture towards other people's, thus locking them into their own comfort zone, not being able to go outside and live in the edge. I know it sounds complicated, but it really is like that whenever you think of it. Because even today, I still suffer a lot when it comes to socializing with people. Like, bro, for me, socializing with others feels like a boss battle. Like, I'm just hoping to get out of that conversation as soon as possible. But the more I look at it, I do feel like that's not the right approach when it comes to dealing with social situations. Like, fleeing towards these situations is like missing an opportunity to improve yourself socially, emotionally, and mentally. Like, that's basically how you improve your social skills, to be honest. Like, I don't feel like, I mean, yes, confidence is linked towards your social skills, but no matter how confident or how brave you are, I still feel like if you never really had the experience as to having conversations with strangers, then you're not really good at socializing. Because you see, and that's how we practice every skills on our lives. It's not doesn't mean that we watch something or doesn't mean that we read something about it. It already means that we are pro at it or professionals. Like, it's gonna be hard for me for real, because I've been suffering with this for like a more than 2 or 3 years. Like, if you talk to me, like, I mean, I'm not really that socially anxious or socially outcasted right now, but if you talk to me before, I'm way more awkward. Like, I just hope that we finish the conversation, or if by chance, if you're lucky that I replied to you or I participated in the conversation, I'll basically just spurt some of that small talk or small talks that all of you guys hate. Like, bruh, I mean, come on, let's be honest. We all hate small talks. Nobody wants to hear small talks. It's just like, hey, how's the weather there? How's it going? Like, it adds no layers. Because, yeah, if you're someone who is suffering with social anxiety, or whatever, if you feel like you're being watched but or being judged by every people that you talk to, I just want to let you know that they don't give a shit about you. Like, I know that sounds mean, but you have to take it in an optimistic way. Doesn't mean that you made something, or doesn't mean that everything you say is something that they pay attention to. That's not true. Because what are the chances of them noticing your mistakes or even a tiny error that you did? Like, I think that's how you battle social anxiety. I mean, of course, you need to improve your social skills, but like, if you're going to have the anxious thought that every one of each or everyone here in the world is going to judge you based on your actions and your words, then you won't really get that much out of your own social skills. You need to accept the fact that nobody will give a shit with everything that you say in this world, and that's fine. Because if everyone paid attention towards our own words, then that's really horrible. We must always make sure that we are not letting our doubts overpower us. And by doing so, you could actually initiate, you could actually easily initiate a conversation much more easier. Because you need that. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but most people tend to back out with just having the thoughts of conversations. Like, they still haven't spoke to the guy, they just automatically canceled it or canceled their own approach. This is my number one tip for you whenever you're practicing, and it's that don't mind the outcomes that much. Don't mind the how your conversations will end or result in. What matters is that you talked to the guy and you actually spoke some words and spoke your own thoughts. I mean, sure, you might say something stupid, you might be a bit cringy, or you might embarrass yourself, but that doesn't matter. The moment you talk to a stranger or a person, that's already a progress. Because just by talking to someone, you're already practicing and honing your own social skills. So that's the beauty of increasing or basically progressively improving your own social skills. It's the fact that outcomes won't really matter that much. So in conclusion, just talk